Hi everyone, hope you're having a really great service together. This is just a short video to introduce our new sermon series, which I'm really excited to be launching today. Tobiah is going to be preaching our first of 6 sermons that is looking at the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I'm sorry to not be with you this morning. I'm currently halfway through a trip where I'm traveling over to the UK for a week. Many of you know my parents, David and Pixie. Dad has ministered in our church in a number of ways over the past number of years as they served and worked in the diocese here for 5 years. But as many of you know, about 18 months ago, Dad's cancer had returned and they lost their right to be living here, and they had to emigrate back to the UK. Unfortunately, Dad's cancer has returned in a fuller measure, and so we've been really blessed by a number of people who have enabled myself to travel back for a week now, and then our whole family are going to travel back and be with my folks and the rest of my family after Christmas. A chance to kind of connect at this vulnerable time as we see out what may be just a few years of my dad. But I wanted to talk about this sermon series this morning, and I wanted to give a little video on this. Something really bizarre happened this morning which connects to our series. I walked through a door, and the door I walked through, actually it was last night, was a plane, and then I just walked out of that door, and I'm now in China. And I'm in Guangzhou, and I've entered into a different world. And that's what happens in this story of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. First of all, Lucy, and then Lucy and Edmund, and then Lucy, Edmund, Susan, and Peter walk through the wardrobe, and they enter into this different realm. And they experience wonder and goodness and joy and creativity, but they also experience darkness and trouble and adventure. And it reshapes their lives in a wonderful way. Now, it is just a story, but it is an amazing, fun story that I hope you know. Spoiler alert, there's going to be, we're going to expect that you know the story. It was written many decades ago, so if you've missed it, then that's just on you. But I do really encourage you to read it during this time. It's a really short children's story. It's written by C.S. Lewis, who is one of the greatest Christian thinkers of the 20th century. And he told these Narnia tales that weave in such beautiful imagery and concepts of our faith with Jesus that we thought it was worth teasing out. We're actually doing this at the same time as the Children's Church looking through the Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe as well. They've got some material that's looking through that. So if you've got some kids, then perhaps ask them what they've been looking at through this time. Or if you don't, maybe catch them during morning tea and say, hey, what did you guys look at? This is what we were thinking about this morning. And let's share in this joy together. Obviously, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is not scripture, and so as we look into each of these sermons, we'll be looking at the theme that comes out in the book and how that points to scripture. So whilst it's an anointed book and it can speak to us about Jesus, it doesn't have the authority the scripture has got, but it points to and it gives us insight on how we can see in art and in life and in beauty, we can see Jesus, and it can impact our discipleship to him. So enjoy this first one of the sermon series. I hope you have a great time. I'll be back in not next week, but the week after, and it'll be great to be journeying this story with the Pevensey children as they meet with Aslan, the Jesus character, and they discover the wonders of God. So enjoy and be blessed.